Boy, this video is going to be interesting because, okay, but we'll get there. Hey guys, what is going on? This is your old pal CHH. We are here today with a new review, and we're talking about Re-Animator. Oh, that's not the right one. I'm talking about this one. This is the Ignite Films Classes for the Future, whatever that is. Eagle Rock Pictures. We're talking about the new 4K release for Re-Animator from Ignite Films. It's so funny. Boy, this video is going to be interesting because, okay, but we'll get there. It's interesting to me because when this got announced, a lot of people were talking to me like, Christian, are you going to get that? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. I know that Arrow will probably do a release of this maybe, you know, down the road overseas. If this is like the American release, I'm still not exactly sure. You know, we'll see what happens with Arrow. And people were telling me like, no, dude, you should get it. Ignite does really nice stuff. And I was like, well, I don't know. I've never gotten from them before. So then when I said that I ordered this, then a lot of people were like, what are you doing? I can't win with the internet. I'll tell you what, above anything else, rewatching this just today, I am taken back to a time where when I got into horror, you know, I watched all the Friday the 13th, the Halloweens, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and then when I was looking at the Blockbuster shelves, there was one movie I kept looking at, and I was like, that movie just looks like it's really good. And that was, you know, in fact, Re-Animator. So, man, I got that from Blockbuster. I have my copy from Blockbuster till this day. When they were shutting down, I bought it, you know. It was one of the most fun, exciting horror films I'd ever seen. And to this very day, I look at Re-Animator, and I look at it as a true gateway horror release. You know, you talk about horror movies that are important from the 80s, you know. There are movies that are very, very important to me. And I remember after I watched all the Fridays, Elm Streets and stuff, and going through all of them, I remember sitting there and watching this movie Re-Animator, and within 20 minutes, it clicked with me. It probably, like the opening scene, really, with Dr. West at that hospital where I gave him life, that scene. Really, that point, I was like, this is what I'm meant to, this is going to change my life. Like, whatever this stuff is, it's going to be with me for a very long time. By the way, yes, you can bask in my City of the Living Dead shirt. I know you're all staring. I can see it. I got this at Gutter Garbs, by the way. Isn't that sick? How sick is that? City of the Living Dead. Okay, anyway. I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's such a cool shirt. Anyway, so, yeah, amazing film. I think it is one of the best 80s horror films, and I probably say that sometimes probably more than I should. Can you blame me? I mean, there's so many great ones, but yeah, I think Re-Animator is a true gateway 80s horror film. I think when you see that, you'll be like, okay, this is this kind of stuff I'm meant to get into. So, love it. Let's just start talking about this. This release, I watched this release. I put it on and watched a little bit of it after watching the Ignite Films one. Here's what I'll say about this release, just to kind of set the stage. This release is awesome. This is a fantastic release. I love the look of this release. This is a 4K restoration of the unrated and integral versions. And this looks fantastic. I put this on the big screen in the living room. And I was like, wow, this looks great too. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because, you know, we're going to show the backs of these, and I'll do a screenshot and show you guys the features on both of them and see what's what. Let's get into it. Here it is, guys. Ignite Films. Let me just say this. And let me, I need to be sincere about this. I paid for this. Wasn't sent to me. I always say when stuff is sent to me, so it should never be a mystery. I don't care if you buy this or not. It does not affect me. It does not bother me. I'm saying that because of what I'm about to say, and I truly mean it. Otherwise, I wouldn't emphasize with whether you want to get this, whether you ordered this or not, whether you have interest in it or not. It does nothing for me. Nothing. Now that I've got that out the way, and I'm explaining how sincere I need to be, this looked abso-fucking-lutely amazing. So far this year, I have not seen a 4K better than this. Now, going back to this, outstanding. looks fantastic. Did I notice a little bit more of a bump in this one? I did. This looked absolutely stunning. From the opening shot where you see the outside of the hospital, it was so clear, crystal. Every shot of this movie, in my opinion, was damn near perfect. Even, there's a lot of 4Ks I could watch where sometimes you see stuff and you say to yourself, like, I wonder what happened there. It's a little iffy in spots. Sometimes it's because the elements might be damaged. You don't really know exactly what it is. I was so impressed by it. I was like, oh my God. I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, I almost am nervous to say how good I thought this looked, because people are going to be like, F Ignite Films or F that. I'm not interested. And like I said, whether you buy it or not, I swear it does not affect me. But I'm telling you, because that's what this video was, a review of this. This looks fantastic, and here's the cool thing about this. If you look at this, it says right here on the back, which we'll do a shot of this later up close, but it says the 40th anniversary restored in 4K, approved by Brian Usna, which is good because Mr. Usna is the closest thing we have at this point to Stuart Gordon, who is the director. But I would give this 4K. I genuinely would. I'd give it a perfect 10. I mean, I loved it so much from start to finish. It looked so good. It was, you know how good those Vinegar Syndrome 4Ks look? Oh yeah, like that. I don't know how else to say it. So here's the cool thing. I'll say this. Now let's say maybe me saying this might have some people say, well, I don't know, what should I do? Listen, if when Arrow announces this, or somebody else, because this will get an overseas announcement soon, I would imagine, especially right now, because this could be a Halloween thing. Here's what I'll say. If they use this same restoration, if they do not feel like, oh wow, really, it's the same, Arrow's not doing their own or nothing. Do not think that in a negative way at all. Be happy, in my opinion, because if they use the same restoration here that Mr. Usna approved and that was done by these Ignite people, you're going to be happy. I am not watching this Blu-ray ever over this release. And the thing is, I truly did not expect to say this. I truly thought I was going to come on here and be like, it's marginally a little bit better, but you really can't tell. No, this, it looked amazing. So I'm just going to say it. And I watched the unrated cut, of course, on 4K, and I just thought it was, to me, this is the best 4K this year. Picture quality wise, horror anyway, because I'm not really doing, I can't keep up with all the other releases. I'm trying to. When stuff really interests me, I do it, but horror is mainly keeps me busy. So let's look at this release. There's the artwork. The artwork's good, kind of looks like a t-shirt, which it's not my style. I would have gone a different route on that. Here's your spine. Re-Animator. It says Eagle Rock Pictures and Ignite Films. Apparently this is their third release, as you guys can see. I don't know what the other two are. Let's take everything out. This is a hard shell box, and I think there was what's the word I'm looking for? There was levels to getting this release. So I don't know. I think there was another one above this that had something special. There was some below that one that you could get. The first thing you'll see right here. Not in love with these things, but it's better than the books like in The Beyond. And and if anybody, I just mentioned The Beyond. Do I think this is a better 4K than The Beyond? Marginally, because that was so good, but I do. God, I'm probably going to get shit for saying that for some reason, but I'm not going to lie. It's just how I feel. So you have the unrated version on 4K UHD right there. You have your unrated version on Blu-ray, and then the integral. Is that how you say the word? The integral? Yeah, the integral version right there. Not my favorite design. God almighty. I hate these designs. I'm not even going to lie about that. Alright, the way that these discs go in is a pain in the ass. That I will say. Alright, go in. Okay, there we go. Alright, when you put this in, guys, if anybody has this, go in from the side with the push button down first, and then snap it on the other side. So that's your 3 discs. The back just says Re-Animator 40 on it. Get the cards out the way. Guys, ditch the cards, please. I've said that. Why do I need 2 slipcovers from Scream Factory? If anybody can give me a really good explanation, then I'll start buying them every time. What am I going to do with these? And I'll be honest with you, these don't look that great. They don't look that great. They kind of look like they were... The camera's actually making them look better than they are. They don't have really a high glossy look. They look fine, but I've seen better. Respectfully, you know, Ignite Films did a great job on the 4K, but these guys, listen, ditch these. What am I supposed to do with them? You know? So there you go. And it's not just you Ignite. If for some reason Ignite Film sees this, I've never heard anybody say, I cannot wait to see those damn cards that they put in here. I can't wait to just I'm gonna pull them out all the time and flip through them. Ditch that. It costs us money and costs you guys money. Ditch those. Nobody wants those. We do want these. So this is the 40 Years of Re-Animator book. This is a really nice book, right on the lines of the stuff that Umbrella's doing in terms of books. The quality is outstanding. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's just a safety sheet, I guess, to keep it from binding too tight or the... so I was flipping through this book. Here's the good thing. This I like a lot about the book. I'm not even going to lie to you. The writing, there's awesome pictures in here, and the writing is bigger. Some of the writing in these books are way too small. I got to put my damn glasses on whenever I want to read them. I'm supposed to only need my glasses for stuff far away, but when the writing's so small, I got to squint. This, I can easily read the book. There's awesome stuff in this book. I really liked it, and it's got a lot of pictures in it. So the book is an awesome touch. And they, you know, yeah, they have it. So I got to give you some examples of the pages in there. But the writing's a lot bigger, which is so nice. Let me put this back in. I'm happy I got this. It wasn't super cheap. I don't remember what it was. I did not get the most expensive bundle. I got the deluxe release, but I didn't get the one. There was a $100 one. This one was probably $60, $70, which is kind of expensive. I can't lie. But I was watching some of the features, and I was really happy with that. So what I'm gonna do, we're going to look at this. I'm going to kind of tell you about some of the things that I watched. Obviously, I can't go through all of this. Otherwise, it would take me weeks before I could do the review. And then I'll kind of do a screenshot with what's on the back of that and what's on the back of this in case there's slightly different audio things with this. Because I know I listened to this movie on unrated with a 5.1. All right, so let's look at the back of the Ignite release and see what's what. Alright guys, so we just looked at the limited edition contents. Here's the newly produced features. Very, very nice that they actually did that and separated it. Re-Animator, at 40, a conversation with Jeffrey, Barbara, and Brian Usna. I listened to that. That was great. And Brian Usna is such a lovable guy. And Barbara and Jeffrey, they're not that old, so their memories are fantastic. They remember everything that would happen. Piece by piece, cutting Re-Animator with Lee Piercy. Another great interview. The horror of it all, the legacy and impact of Re-Animator, which was absolutely fantastic. Guys like Joe Lynch, who's one of my favorite kind of lower budget horror movie directors. He just did a movie called Suitable Flesh, which I thought it was fantastic. Susie Sorority and the Good College Boy, an interview with Carolyn Purdy Gordon. I Give Her Life, a look back at Re-Animator, the musical. Reanimating a horror classic, the 4K restoration of Re-Animator, which was another great one. The Organic Theater Company of Chicago, a 1977 documentary featuring rarely seen interview footage of Stuart Gordon and other members of the theater. I have not watched that. And new 40th anniversary 4K trailer. Nice. They actually separated the new features from the old stuff. I love that. Now, let's take a look. I'm going to screenshot. I'm going to take a picture of both of these side by side. And I'm going to let you guys look at both of them. That way, if there's stuff in here that you guys might notice, feel free to pause it. There's a lot of stuff on both of these. I want to say that probably a lot of this stuff from the Arrow one is over here on the new one, but there may be slight different things in terms of audio on some of the different cuts of the film. But I'm going to let you guys pause it, take a good look at that, see what's what, and tell me what you guys think. Above all else, I love this release still. I'm not going to get rid of it. I think this is a collector's item now for Arrow, but... Here's what I'll say, guys. These are probably a little more money than what people probably want to pay for these kind of deluxe releases, especially compared to something like this. This probably was about $44 at the time, and this one was like, I don't know, like $65 or something. Taking the price aside, I do like this release. I would have done a different style in the artwork. I would have gone a lot more simpler and maybe something... I would have tried to even put the original poster on here, to be honest with you. But that's a nitpick. In terms of the 4K and the new features that they did, I gotta be honest, I am pretty happy with all of that. I thought the new features were bountiful, enjoyable, and rewatchable, especially kind of the documentary thing on there with the different people from the world of horror talking. And I thought the 4K was just out of this world. So above all else, guys, if you don't get this at this time, and Arrow announces it and you want that too, see if it's going to be the same. Read up and see if they say that they're doing their own remaster or if not. And if they do, go back and reference this video based off of what I said about the 4K of this one, because this one looks, I mean, I am truly floored at how awesome this was. This is to me, this was a perfect 10 4K. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, just giving you my opinion. I don't care if you buy it or not. I hate that I got to say that, but people will just say stuff like, "Oh yeah, whatever." You know, he got sent it. I didn't get sent it. I bought it. I always say when stuff gets sent to me, but then again, I can't really. You know how it is, guys. I mean, you can't expect people to just listen to the whole video, so they pop it on for a second, they scroll forward, they may hear me say something happy about it, and then they're like, oh, well, he got it sent that. You'll get a nice 4K of Re-Animator this year from whatever company, and like I said, if it's the same remaster, restoration that they did on Arrow, then you're good, because I thought that looks perfect. So there you have it, guys. That's my review for the Re-Animator Ignite Films release. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, drop it down below. I'll do my best to answer it. For now, I'm going to take off. This is your old pal CHH, and yes, bask in my City of a Living Dead shirt one more time. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.